I have a Gmail account, like many of you do, because it's free. Might as well sign up for it. And hey, it's Google. So in order to access any of the Google services, at least at this point in time, it's just as well that you have a Gmail account or a Google ID tied into Google's system. I never really got used to the Gmail interface, as many of you may have if you use Gmail as your default email account. But it's been nice to see that over the past few months, Google has been integrating more and more very, very handy scripts to enhance the experience inside of Gmail, or at least gmail.com, not necessarily if you access your Gmail account through IMAP or some other means or mechanism. And just yesterday, Google unveiled, released, made available for everybody who has a Gmail account the ability to do instant live video chat with your buddies. Now, you know that you can pull in your Google Talk friends, and you can also integrate your AIM buddy list inside of Gmail, but this is primarily for use with gmail.com. The status indicator will show up as a little camera icon, so if the buddy's online, normally it's a green circle, this time it's a green camera icon. Or if they're busy, it's a yellow icon, and if they're busy and they have a camera, it's a yellow icon with a camera. So anyway, I was just looking at who happened to be online right now that has a camera icon. You can, by the way, you should be able to download the add-in instantaneously. I'm running it here on Mac OS 10 inside of Safari with not even a hiccup. It looks like Richard Dogger, who I believe is in the chat room right now, has got the video icon. So I'm going to open up a chat window, click Video and More, and start video chat. I could also start voice chat instantly from within the browser. Instantaneous voice if they don't have the video installed. Or they'd have to have the same software would be installed, but if they didn't have a webcam on that particular system. Richard, I'm calling him. I don't know if you can hear the phone. It's going brrr. It's not a real phone, but my webcam preview shows up, and Richard shows up, and I'm going full screen. So now here, let me pull that down just a bit. That's a picture-in-picture. There's my webcam here, and there's Richard. Hey, Richard.
Hey, man.
So did you hear me? He said, "Hey, man." Here, let me turn the screen here. So now Richard's at going live at live.pirillo.com. He looks so happy, Richard. It works very, very well. I'm very impressed with the implementation. The execution is flawless. The video quality is fantastic. The fact that you can point, click, get her done. This is, I think, a major step forward in really drawing together the experience of email, text, with voice and video, specifically with friends and colleagues. This is something that I wish I could get my parents onto because, have you ever tried to video conference with someone who doesn't really know how to use a webcam or the software to install? Well, if they've already got a Gmail account, just have them install the software and then just contact them through this. It's not going to get any easier than what you're seeing right here. It's really point and click. Thanks again. Dogger, is it? Richard?
Just call me Rick.
Just call you Rick. Okay, thank you, Rick. So I'm escaping full screen. Of course, if I wanted to, I could also pull it out as a pop-up window. Pop up. And so it can pop out of the regular browsing experience, inside the main browser pane, and then I'm off to the races. So yeah, it's easy to do. The compression is really decent. They're using an H.264 license from somebody, and I'm kind of I'm happy to share this bit of information with you, if only because I've never really seen it be done in an easier, more straightforward fashion. If you already got a Gmail account, you might as well install the software. And if you know someone in your family who has problems with video conferencing and whatnot, well, then if they didn't have a Gmail account, you might want to let them know now. It's pretty easy, and it's free. Why pay for it if it's free? I really got to get my parents on Gmail, don't I? Maybe, I think they already have an account, but they never really accessed it. Maybe this will be it. Maybe this will help them access it. Of course, they have a sucky internet connection. Although that would be a good test to see how well it does on a bad internet connection. It's a DSL line, and it is slow. It's like twice as fast as dial-up, which isn't saying much. It's still slow. Anyway, thank you, Google, for turning this on. I think it definitely makes me wish I could change the overall interface of Gmail to be more like a desktop client. That's just my style. It's what I like. But keep working on it. I can't complain too loudly. It is free, so I do appreciate it. My email address, at least the one I share, is chris@pirillo.com. Of course, you're welcome to email me any suggestions you may have related to video conferencing or tips, tricks, what have you. And if you're a geek, then you're welcome to stop by our community website, geeks.pirillo.com, and join us there for, well, just about everything that has anything to do with geekery. And then, in related bits of information, we always have the chat room open. And this is a place where people talk about hardware, software, games throughout the day. Even if I'm not here, the chat room is certainly quite vibrant with a flurry of activity. It's always, always, always interesting. Even though I'm not always interested in what they're saying, it's interesting nonetheless. But that's the nature of a chat room. And we've got the chat room experience sewn into the live video. And it's all happening live, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.